As Formula One returned to Albert Park in Australia, we witnessed moments of brilliance and moments of sheer bad luck. The third race of the season was one of the biggest outdoor sporting events in Australia, and we saw drivers and teams battle it out down under to produce a set of unexpected results, to say the least. But before we get into that, I would like to welcome you to Fervent Motorsports, your pit stop for all things motorsport related. The good. Charles Leclerc gets his Grand Slam. Ferrari driver Charles Leclerc was brilliant all weekend long. He drove an excellent qualifying session and had a brilliant race from which he started on pole. This, however, was his first Grand Slam. But what exactly is a Grand Slam? Well, this isn't exactly like a tennis Grand Slam. A Formula One Grand Slam is when a driver starts on pole, leads every lap of the race, sets the fastest lap of the race, and of course, wins the race. His Grand Slam made him only the second Ferrari driver to do it after the great Fernando Alonso back in 2010 at Singapore. The bad. Red Bull engine problems. The Australian Grand Prix saw Red Bull team face mechanical issues with their car once again. However, this time the problems came for just Max Verstappen, who was forced to retire his car after running in a comfortable P2 for the entire race. His teammate Sergio Perez, however, was not affected by this, and he managed to take his car home in P2. This is Red Bull's third car retirement in 3 races, a worrying sign for the team who wanted to challenge for the World Championship. Post the race, Red Bull advisor Helmut Marko said, "We have been able to find the cause for the fuel leak in Max's car. The case is very complex. The problem is absolutely different from the one in Bahrain." Well, what exactly is the problem? I guess we'll never know. The good. McLaren scored double points. McLaren have been in Formula One since the 60s. They entered 900 plus races. They have 8 Constructors' Championships and 12 Drivers' Championships. This is why F1 fans have expected more from them season after season. However, in the first race of this season, they had what was arguably the slowest car on the grid. However, they seem to have all the right changes by the Australian Grand Prix. Lando Norris and Daniel Ricciardo finished in P5 and P6 respectively, as they managed to score a great 18 points for the team. This places the team currently 4th in the Constructors' Championship as they continue to inch their way to the top. The bad. Fernando Alonso issues. Fernando Alonso was on a brilliant lap in qualifying. He was set to go pole as he went faster than Leclerc in both of the first 2 sectors. However, he lost oil pressure and crashed into the wall in the 3rd sector. His team boss later revealed that the problem was with a rubber O-ring, which was worth about $2.6, which is about 200 rupees. The O-ring failed and that caused an oil leak. On Sunday, Fernando finished in last in P17 following a series of pit stop gambles that definitely did not pay off. Post the race, he said, "Speechless, to be honest. It's hard to accept that everything is going in the wrong way at the moment. The podium today would have been easy with Max out and with George Russell on the podium. I think we were a lot faster than the Mercedes on the circuit, so we lost an opportunity." The ugly. Fans on the track for Albon's pit stop. Alex Albon gambled hard during the Australian Grand Prix. The Williams driver completed a monstrous 57 laps on the hard set of Pirelli tyres before coming into the pits for his one mandatory pit stop. However, although his pit stop was smooth, the pit lane wasn't particularly clear. Albon came into the pits during his last lap of the race, but it seemed that the track officials had already allowed fans to enter the pit lane. Onboard footage showed fans meters away from Albon's cars as he exited the pits. Formula One allows some guests to enter below the podium area to create a better experience and atmosphere for the podium ceremony. However, a live pit lane is not exactly the best place for fans to take a casual walk. Thankfully, all went smoothly and Albon managed to clinch a point for Williams while keeping the spectators safe. So that was our good, bad and ugly moments from the Australian Grand Prix. Did we miss out on anything? Let us know in the comments below. And as always, stay tuned to Fervent Motorsports for all things motorsport related.